Alfred Tennyson, a Victorian wordsmith, a name that resonates through the annals of English literature. Alfred Tennyson was a famous poet whose works have stood the test of time and continue to inspire readers today. He lived in England during the Victorian era, a time of great change and progress, which deeply influenced his writing. Queen Victoria herself liked his poems very much, often finding solace and reflection in his words. He became known as a poet who captured the feelings of his time, reflecting the hopes, fears, and dreams of the Victorian people. Tennyson wrote about many things. He wrote about love, about nature, and about heroes. His poetry explored the depths of human emotion and the beauty of the natural world. His words were carefully chosen, like a musician picking the right notes, each one adding to the harmony of his verses. This made his poems beautiful to read and to hear, resonating with readers and listeners alike. One of his most famous poems is The Charge of the Light Brigade, a powerful narrative that has been studied and admired for generations. It tells a story of incredible bravery, capturing the valor and determination of soldiers in the face of overwhelming odds, but also of terrible loss, reminding us of the heavy price of conflict and the human cost of war. It makes us think about the cost of war, urging us to reflect on the sacrifices made by those who serve. Even when we admire the courage of those who fight, we are reminded of the profound impact of their bravery and the enduring legacy of their actions. Picture this: 600 soldiers on horseback, their armor glinting in the sunlight, their faces set with determination. They are ordered to charge into a valley, a narrow path surrounded by steep hills. The enemy is waiting, with cannons all around, ready to unleash a deadly barrage. This is the scene in Tennyson's poem, The Charge of the Light Brigade, a vivid portrayal of bravery and tragedy. The Light Brigade, these brave soldiers, follow their orders without hesitation. They know it's dangerous, a near-suicidal mission. They might not come back, but they are courageous, driven by duty and honor. They charge into the valley, a thunderous roar of hooves and hearts. Cannon fire explodes all around them, the air thick with smoke and chaos. Many soldiers and horses fall, their bodies strewn across the battlefield. Yet they show incredible bravery in the face of certain danger, their spirits unbroken. The poem doesn't shy away from the tragedy. Many soldiers die, their sacrifice etched in history. But Tennyson also wants us to remember their courage, their unwavering resolve, their willingness to sacrifice for their country, a testament to their valor and dedication. To understand the poem, we need to know about the Crimean War. This war was fought in the 1850s. It was mainly between Britain and Russia. The battle that inspired Tennyson's poem was the Battle of Balaclava. It was during this battle that the real Light Brigade made their famous charge. There was confusion in the orders given that day. The Light Brigade was sent into a deadly trap. Tennyson captures the chaos and danger of this moment in his poem. The poem takes us right into the action. We hear the thundering hooves of the horses. We see the flashes of the cannons. Tennyson uses powerful words to make us feel like we are there. He describes the valley of death, where the soldiers are heading. He talks about the jaws of death ready to swallow them up. These images are scary, but they help us understand the danger these soldiers faced. Even though they are afraid, the soldiers keep going. They don't hesitate. They are determined to follow their orders, even if it means certain death. Section 5. Echoes of war themes that resonate. The Charge of the Light Brigade is more than just a story about a battle. It makes us think about important themes. One theme is courage. The soldiers show incredible bravery in the face of danger. They know they might die, but they keep going. Another theme is duty. The soldiers follow their orders even though they are flawed. This shows how important duty was to soldiers at that time. The poem also makes us think about the wastefulness of war. So many men died in that charge. Tennyson helps us see the human cost of conflict. Section 6. Why we still read it. Timeless lessons. Even though it was written over 150 years ago, the charge of the Light Brigade is still relevant today. Why? Because the themes are timeless. We still admire courage, we still understand the importance of duty, and we still feel sadness at the human cost of war. The poem reminds us that these things are part of the human experience. They are as relevant today as they were in Tennyson's time. Section 7. LitCharts illuminates the charge. In this section, we delve into how LitCharts can be an invaluable resource for students and literature enthusiasts alike. Websites like LitCharts can help us understand poetry better. They break down complex literary works into more digestible pieces, making it easier for readers to grasp the underlying themes and techniques. LitCharts provides analysis and explanations of literary works, including The Charge of the Light Brigade. This poem, written by Alfred Tennyson, is a powerful depiction of bravery and tragedy. For example, LitCharts explains how Tennyson uses sound devices in the poem. These devices are crucial in conveying the intense atmosphere of the battlefield. He uses repetition, like the phrase cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them. This repetition emphasizes the soldier's perilous situation, surrounded by enemy fire. This creates a rhythm that sounds like horses galloping and cannons firing. The auditory imagery immerses the reader in the chaos and urgency of the charge. LitCharts also helps us understand the symbolism in the poem. Symbolism adds depth to the narrative, allowing readers to uncover multiple layers of meaning. The Valley of Death, for example, is more than just a place. It symbolizes the inevitable fate and the grim reality of war that the soldiers must confront. It represents the danger and the possibility of death that the soldiers face. Through LitCharts, readers can gain a deeper appreciation of Tennyson's masterful use of language and literary devices. Section 8, Beyond the Charge. Explore more of Tennyson. The Charge of the Light Brigade is just one example of Tennyson's powerful poetry. He wrote many other poems that explore different themes and styles. If you enjoyed this poem, I encourage you to discover more of his work. You'll find poems about love, loss, faith, doubt, and the beauty of the natural world. Tennyson's words have a way of staying with you long after you've finished reading. So open a book of poetry and dive into the world of Alfred Tennyson. You won't be disappointed.